Hi everyone! Just before we are presenting you the latest annual sampler of our concerned world level community, I want to talk to you about the latest Nervöse Leute releases. You see, there is a physical release of a floppy disk Mellow, still available for purchase. It was released in October. This floppy disk contains a track named Mellow, less than 2 minutes, and it is still unavailable online, so it's a great chance to order it for a reasonable price, okay? It also included a download link to a long play, Concrete Rats, but it's released, already released now, and I wanted just to talk about both these releases. Why did we choose a floppy disk? Well, you see, this is authentic 3.5 inches floppy disks. It is profoundly connected with nostalgia, a topic which penetrates the whole Nervöse Leute discography. We used aluminium for the cover to illustrate another topic, which is peculiar to Nervöse Leute, the topic of paranoia spilled in modern life. You see those aluminium hats, etc. Track Mellow explores the opportunities of relaxation through noise, and it is generally connected with the first self-titled album, Nervöse Leute. Concrete Rats is a full-length record, really important to me, and as I was creating it alone, I feel like I just did my best on this record. This Concrete Rats is an exploration of a frontier zone between music and non-music, and it's an attempt to find an answer where music begins and where it ends. The album contains samples recorded since 2003, for 15 years, yeah, until present, yeah. Alan Cash was a second Nervöse Leute long play. I did all the work myself, and even the cover was taken by me. It shows you what one can see when you go downstairs, leaving my apartments. And you know, this title, Concrete Rats, is about living in concrete boxes, just like many of us do dwell here. And the title also messes around the idea of us participating in some rat race, you know, which is held indoors in the boxes made of concrete. Moreover, there are some musique concrète pieces on the record indeed, so I gotta be fair. And the title track Erziehung, which means education, was shown before on our VA sample period. I recorded a video about that, hope you watched it. And it illustrates the topic of importance of education, yeah? Whilst the education which we get is almost totally inappropriate, which also refers to bad education by Blue Orchids. It also allows a background music dedicated to educational purposes, which is to my mind is simply ridiculous. Music distracts, it is supposed to do so. And this track was also inspired by Japanese noise and explores the abilities of distorting the sound of an acoustic guitar. And the second track, Take the Chance, is an attempt to play industrial music using the above-mentioned acoustic guitar. Health is much more a complex piece, almost a play. It's partially inspired by this hit's health and efficiency and its sort of anti-cover concept. It's more percussion-oriented, attempt of deconstructing the composition itself, and as we know, this hit's aim was mainly to deconstruct rock music in general. Moreover, health and efficiency idea to be sober, to be responsible, to be efficient, is a doctrine which I'm very likely to follow for years. This hit stated it was a counterculture step, a protest against punk junkies, and this approach of fancy-dressed, modest guys seeking to commit an act of violence against music and an image of musician is so close to my methods. But it's not only about a tribute to this hit. Health also includes recording of a Russian history lecture read in university at the same time when in a church nearby there was the Orthodox ceremony. And at some moment you can hear bells of the church together with lecturer's voice. There is also an alarm clock recording which also represents discipline, and some sounds which were supposed to expose the genie coming out of a bottle. So metaphorical. The final track, Mystery and Something Else, is not so alone, and it's not so simple at the same time. It refers to Blaine L. Reininger hit song Mystery and Confusion and Tony Wilson's TV show Something Else. It's also a field recording made during a walk. I was strolling down and thinking about David Thomas of Perubo idea of the art of walking. And I started to doubt if the walking is indeed a sort of art. I was recalling his interview when he was showing the bottom of the cup. And I thought that we know walking has a rhythm. Soldiers march, marches sound rhythmically flawless, but when we're walking without any purpose, actually wandering around, will our steps be rhythmically organized, or would it be suitable to create musical piece out of it? So I made the record, trying to get the answers. That Nervöse Leute is the only project which never causes irritation while I'm working on it. The less musical it is, the better was my state of mind while working. Just before we're going to show you our New Year release, various artist sample, I can tell you there will be a track of Nervöse Leute. First, we can call it a single from forthcoming 4th album by. Please subscribe to our channel and blog as well. My name is John Gray, Concerned Void label. Thanks for watching.